welcome to POMCLOSET. Today I'm having another design which I want to create. It's a customized piece from one of the friends who did ask for the outfit for her lovely dog. So I just want to try these with the Addi Express King size. The yarn I'm gonna use today is the 50% microfaster PC, 45% lana merino, and 5% alpaca. So this skein it's 250 grams and the length 750 meters. Here is the number of the needles you will need to use. It's 3 to 4. I've got these from the local market in Mandelo. So it's Mondial, quality since 1946, Gap. This is made in Italy, and I want to try this with the machine. And the Addi King size Express here I have used with many projects, so I want to try to do this with it. You will also need to use the crochet hook. I'm using the 4mm crochet hook, and you will also need a pair cutter, the yarn needles, the tape measure, as well as some stitch markers. So I have done many items with these. It's a manual machine with the rotator here. And do backward forwards. And there is a little red peg here. I leave it down for this design. And you will have the row counter, so you can clear the row on this part here. The yarn slot. Maybe you call these parts here differently. We will need to start from the first peg or the first needles, which is the black one. It's indicated around the machine. To start with, I always start from the first peg here, the first black needles, and do the easy cast on. So do the zigzag one. So this one here is for the dog. I have just did the rough design for this piece that I want to achieve. The design would be, I would do this in 2 pieces. Do the front because it's shorter, and then the back piece. So then we will connect them together before doing the ribbing along the neckline, this bottom part, as well as this armholes part here. Yarn gauge, I have ended up with 5.9 rows for 1 inch, and 3 stitches is 1 inch for this type of yarn. And after cast on for 33 stitches for the front piece, I will need to rotate it back. So please go slow. First few rows is going to be a bit difficult. As long as you go slow, it should be fine. Make sure the yarn go under and the needles catch all the yarn. And for the front piece, do this for 59 rows. So after the end of row 59, I will need to cast this piece off. By casting the yarns off here, we need to use the crochet hook, the 4mm that I have mentioned. So we will need to transfer the first stitch to the crochet hook and then put the yarn through like this. I recommend to put the stitch markers on. I prefer to use a hair clip, because it's quite long and it doesn't come out easily like a normal stitch markers. So the next stitch you will need to keep rotating the rotators here, and then transfer the yarn from the machine to the crochet hook. You will have 2 loops, and then for this one just pull the yarn through. The next stitch, transfer, pull the yarn through, chain 1. Next stitch, transfer, pull the yarn through. Make sure it's not too tight. Next stitch, transfer, pull the yarn through, chain 1. Pull the yarn through, pull the yarn through, chain 1. So keep swapping between pull the yarn through, chain 1, and only pull the yarn through without any chains. And this one here, pull the yarn through. Next, pull the yarn through, chain 1. The yarn through, keep swapping between these two. And here's the last stitch. And then I would chain 1 to close the row. Now get the machine away. And let's see what this piece looks like. So I should have, the width here would be around 11 inches and the length here would be around 10 inches. After that you just cut off this yarn here. Pull the yarn through like this and leave it on the side and do the back piece. By doing the back piece you will need to cast on exactly the same as the front one, starting from the back pegs here, and do the zigzag, cast on exactly the same 33 stitches and knit for 94 rows. Now I have also done the back piece and I still have the yarn here. The measurement of the back piece should be, the width will be the same, 11 inches both sides, and the length here should be around 16 inches. Now we need to bring the front piece and we need to connect these two together. We will also need lots of stitch markers to connect the side. So I will start from this corner. So you should have, like here's we casting off, as well as here. So I will do this part first. Put the stitch markers to each corner. You will need to also measure this part here down 3 inches from the top part to this part here, that would be 3 inches. I will go for around 6 inches because she has the little tiny legs on this part here. And the rest you need to put the stitch markers on, starting from where you have the yarn left on this end here. And I will use the normal connecting, which gonna be the slip stitch. So you start from this corner, slip stitch, and then work along with the length. There is no specific stitches to work on, but I will work on the length by doing the front piece, back piece, and then slip stitch, front piece, back piece, slip stitch, to make sure it's not too tight on this part here. Back piece, front piece, slip stitch, up to where I have the stitch markers on here. Then chain 1, cut off the yarn. And then we need to reconnecting the yarn after the 6 inches here. Reconnecting the yarn, and then need to do the slip stitch all the way down to the last stitch markers here. After that, cut off the yarn and repeat the other sides. Make sure you measure the top part to this part is 3 inches, and the armhole would be 6 inches and 12 inches around, and the rest you need to do the slip stitch on the side part of this piece here. Now you will have the 2 armholes here. I will leave these stitch markers on here. The 2 armholes for both sides, and then turn the work. And as I still have the yarn on this end here, I want to continue from this part here. So on this part I'm gonna go like single crochet all the way around first. So you will need to start from where you have the yarn left, do the single crochet all the way around. So make sure it's not too tight on this part here. Just keep working along the stitches or the length of the work. So now we have reached the end of this back piece. I'm going to do the single crochets in each of these loops. So I have actually lost this part here because when I have cast on the yarn and it didn't catch the yarn properly. But what I will do, I'm just gonna go like a single crochet by getting all the loose yarn here as well. So I need to work on the stitches. So you can see the loose two ends here. Just do the single crochet on that part. Use the stitches. You can see the two of these. Single crochets all the way around. A single crochet all the way around, and once you reach this part here, just repeat exactly the same as the one that I have just done. And here's my last stitch. I need to do the slip stitch to the first one that we have started. After that, we're gonna keep working on the right side of the work by chain 3. The next stitch, do the double crochets. Keep doing the double crochet until you get back to the last stitch. Here is my last stitch. After I have completed this round, then you will need to slip stitch on the 3rd chain to join. And the next row we need to chain 3, do the front post double crochet. The next stitch, do the back post double crochet. The next one, front post DZ. Next one, back post DZ. So I will keep swapping between the front post, back post of each of these stitches until I get to the last stitch here. I've just done the back post double crochets, so I need to do the front post on this one, and on this one here, the last one, it's supposed to be the back post double crochet, so I will do the back post double crochet. That would be my last stitch, and then I need to actually do the normal double crochets on this one, and then we will need to slip stitch on the 3rd chain here. After that, you will need to chain 3 and then repeat row 2 of these ribbing. So I will go for front post double crochet, back post double crochet, front post, back post. So keep repeating until you get to the last stitch, and then just repeat what I have just done. Then I will go for, maybe I will go for 2 more rounds. I have done the ribbing part here. I went for 5 rows in total, including the first double crochet rows. The measurement around this part, it is 30 inches round, so you will have the shape like this. This back piece here will cover the back of the puppy, and now I need to do the armholes part. The armhole here, I have done exactly the same method as on this part, which you will need to do first. I did the single crochet all the way around After that, you just need to repeat these front post, back post, double crochets, and for the total of the rows exactly the same. And the length on this part you should have it still remains 12 inches. So I will do the other side of this armhole part. Alright guys, I have done two sides of the ribbing for the armhole here. We can reconnecting the yarn. And just go for single crochet. As you have many of the chains on this part here, I will go on this one here will be my first single crochet. I will skip one, do the next single crochet, skip one, next single crochet, skip one, next change, skip one, go to the next one, do the single crochet. So continue doing this until you get around this neckline, and then change 3. Then you will need to do the double crochet rows. The rest you will have to repeat exactly the same. Here is the front post, back post ribbing, and do this for around 10 rows. So keep repeating this until you complete, and then weave all the ends in. And now the items here is finished. For the little puppy, I have added the ribbing on this part around 10 rows, and the measurement is around 3.3 inches. The arm part here would be around 1.6 inches, and here would be the back part. So when the puppy is wearing it, this would be the head, the legs, the front leg. This part here would cover the back. So thanks for watching guys. Any questions that you don't understand, so please feel free to write a comment down below, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. And if there is anything you want me to create, so feel free to write the comment or follow my Instagram. To purchase any finished products, please go on the website POMCLOSET.com. I have so many designs on my Etsy. So thanks for watching guys, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video.